Okay. Hello, S. Welcome. And meow meow to you, too. I've been, I don't know, excited probably isn't the right word, but I've been looking forward to this run because I've been wanting to do just a simple, normal-ass weapon run of this game. I've been thinking about that for a while. And I can't really do that, like, you know, just for normal videos because those videos are boring. There has to be some gimmick to videos, but with streams, it's a lot easier to just pick a weapon and go, you know? Um, and this weapon is behind Rosabeth, the pyromancy lady, who we need to unpetrify. I'm gonna go get the Fragrant Branch of Yore over here, playing Elite Dangerous. That is a spaceship game, I think. I'm pretty sure. But to be honest, I wouldn't know. The most difficult weapon of all time. Did I misspell it in the name? Hold on. Wait, did I actually misspell it? Hold on. Okay, no, I didn't. That scared me. um... The reason I'm getting this Fragrant Branch instead of the one in the forest is because I want to use the Dragonslayer Crescent Axe on the Pursuer and the last giant over there. I'm very gullible. Evidently. I didn't even know that. Hello, Nixie. Welcome. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's excited for... Dark Souls 2 jumps. Hope everyone's excited for Dark Souls 2 jumps. I know that's on me. I know that's 100% my fault and I jumped too late, but God, it sucks. I don't know why I make that. I try to do that jump. It either feels really good or is just the worst feeling in the world. And I don't know if that's a gamble I should be taking right now. It's for the dopamine rush, I guess. Anyway, I hope everyone's excited for more Dark Souls 2. I've been going back and forth on which weapons I want to put on on next week's poll. I'm glad the comedic timing was good. I put a lot of effort into that. The Dragonslayer Twin Blade is on there for sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I was thinking Royal Greatsword because that's just a normal weapon that I've always wanted to use and just haven't for whatever reason. Come on, you can do it. Good job. I also want to use the Espada Repara and Royal Dark Power Stance. I think that would be a really fun stream, and I know I like the build. There's like... Oh, there's so many weapons that I want to use in this game. And I want to space them such that they are, you know, not like... I don't want to do all all four curved swords in a row or whatever. Curved great swords. But I also, you know, want to use the curved great sword, so I want to use them early. I'm pretty sure I put the arced greatsword on one of the on one of the pulls that I was gonna do soon. But I'm not sure exactly what weapons I want to do next. I'll probably do something in the greatsword. The majestic greatsword. I was thinking about that one. I was also thinking Ashen Warrior sword. The only reason that I didn't put the majestic greatsword on any of them is because I also want to do Royal Greatsword and Dragonslayer Greatsword, and having, you know, three greatswords back to back to back, or even multiple greatswords in a single bowl feels like I shouldn't do that. But I could definitely do majestic greatsword. The thing is, I like having one thing that is like, oh yeah, that's the one people want to see in this month, right? So like majestic greatsword is a clear winner. I think it's pretty likely that Dragonslayer Twin Blade is a clear winner. I like having a clear winner in polls because engagement reasons primarily. I don't need to fight you, so I'm not going to. Not with a broken sword. Okay. But I don't know. I guess I could put I could put more exciting weapons. Pit them against each other, see which one actually wins. Because, like, you know, there are a lot of really unique weapons that I feel like would absolutely win a poll. The Puzzling Stone Sword is a good example of that, which did win its poll. I think the Majestic Greatsword is one of those. I think Spitfire Spear is one of those. I think the Helix Halberd was one of them. So... Ugh, too much content brain. I should just do what I want. Excuse me. I don't think No Man's Wharf will be too difficult to run through without killing anything. Not that I am strictly not killing anything. I just don't want to kill anything with a broken straight sword. Not here, anyway. I'll probably kill the 2 bloated hollows on the bottom floor when I unpetrify Elizabeth. Saint Tier Spear? Absolutely, Saint Tier Spear would win. Saint Tier Spear is one I want to do soon, actually, because I have a build idea for that. But... Hello, NB. Welcome. Glad you could make it to a stream. Ah. Oof. Ouch. My toe. Actually, what did that hit? My knee. Not gonna make the Skyrim joke. It's outdone. Too overplayed. Used to be a soul stooper like you. There are a bunch of weapons in No Man's Warfare. There's like Varangian Straight Sword, there's the Great Sword. Great Sword is one that I feel like should be on the next poll, because that's one that's like, that is the Dark Souls 2 weapon, you know? There's the Bandit Axe here. This place has a bunch of good weapons. The Arc Sword. What? That is the meanest lever placement I've ever seen in my life. Okay, I do actually need to fight you. Ow. Ow. Oh my goodness. Jesus. Many dual memories on the Iron Keep Bridge, yeah. The Fox Bardiche was a really fun mod to make. I want to do more of those weapon mods. They're fun. I was trying to... there's a weapon mod, or weapon model, rather. It's a curved sword. Curved sword? I don't even know if I'd describe it as a curved sword. It's a sword that I modeled a long time ago. Because I literally saw it in a dream. Like, I was falling asleep. And my brain came up with a sword. And so I got up immediately and modeled it because I thought it looked cool. And it's just been sitting in my Blender folder for a long time, called Sword of the Dreamer, and it's like the coolest fucking sword I can possibly think of, and I haven't done anything with it. I wanted to put it in Blade and Sorcery, but I couldn't get the textures working correctly, and I also couldn't get the colliders working correctly, because Blade and Sorcery modding is bleh. I tried to add it to Dark Souls, and I got the model in the game and the textures, but I couldn't figure out how to add an extra weapon. I had to replace another weapon, and that kind of defeated the purpose, I think. Okay, I need to kill this guy. Hello, Krista. Welcome. Crit Black Sword or Drakewing Ultra Great Sword. Those are also very good weapons that I want to do, or very high on my list that I want to do, for sure. Girls are always dreaming on swords. I don't usually. I like swords. I think they're cool, but they're not like, you know, top of my mind super often. As far as I remember, the Crypt Black Sword, a dark infused Crypt Black Sword, is the highest AR in the game, if I remember correctly. So that's getting a video for sure. I got everything I need here, so I can head back. I'm not sure. I don't know. I didn't love doing the, oh my goodness, excuse me, the Demon's Great Axe run in Dark Souls 1. Because the more I've played Dark Souls, the less I've enjoyed using big, slow weapons. which is very strange because I started the series absolutely loving big slow weapons, you know? Just over time, faster weapons have, you know, called to me more. Yeah. Yeah. They need to put more stuff in Night Rain. Like, there are mods, but mods are never balanced well. It's so annoying. Night Rain mods are never balanced well, and it makes me so sad because there are so many weapons and stuff that I want to see in Night Rain that FromSoft is never going to add. I don't know, I guess I could make a balance patch for a mod. That wouldn't be too difficult. But they tend to be either extremely overpowered or extremely undertuned. Come here, come on. Please. I don't want my weapon to constantly hit the wall. I forgot that I have no ADP right now. I should go level, actually, huh? That's a good idea. I don't think fighting these guys is a good idea, though. Like, not like this. I don't need to kill them. It's fine. Okay. Excuse me. Did I grab the bones? I did. Combining two boss weapons? Twin Princess Greatsword. I don't know. I don't think I ever used that one. Eventually. Eventually, I'll do Dark Souls 3 streams. I would love to do 2 Dark Souls 2 playthroughs a week, but I just don't have it in me to do it. If I could stream for 5 hours in a day, if I had that kind of energy, I would be through this game in like a year. Grand Greatsword to Miyazaki or Ishizaki. Do you think Miyazaki specifically prevented Ishizaki from adding a bunch of weapons? Okay, I want ADP. It's 20. I need 3 more levels in strength, actually. I don't need them. I can two-hand, and I'm probably going to two-hand anyway, but I know that the one-handed moveset on the Crescent Axe is also pretty good. Yeah, the L ones on the Fair and Greatsword are fun. I wish it was better, but I say that about every weapon that isn't a straight sword in Dark Souls 3, so... A twin dagger weapon. To be fair, you can power a stance any dagger, but yeah. Having one specifically designed for that would be nice. Especially because the power stance movesets in Elden Ring tend to just be worse than the normal movesets. There are very few exceptions, like the one that I can think of off the top of my head. The thrusting sword moveset is good. The thrusting sword power stance moveset is good for multi-hit, as long as you don't have a status on your left-handed one. So, you know, immediately, the first one that comes to mind has a caveat. What's the other one I was thinking of? The twinned straight swords. The ornamental straight swords are also good, which is a unique paired weapon power stance moveset. Curve swords. Curve swords is also a good one. I really loved the Wing of Estelle and Bandit curve sword run that I did. Kind of rude that Elden Ring doesn't have ascetics, really. Not being able to have 2 Wings of Estelle is mean. Like, just not having that as an option. I am kind of shocked I did that without getting hit. I am proud of myself. I'll come back for the Estus Shard. Well, I don't have the Basilisk chasing me. Or when I have a weapon to actually take out the enemies. Fire Knight short sword pair? Fire Knight. I haven't played the DLC enough, to be honest. The backhand blade. The only time... I used the backhand blade for like a few minutes in my very first DLC run of Elden Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree. And the only other time I used it was in Vins, which is a mod that basically completely overhauls every moveset in the game. Except for whips, it just makes them faster, which makes me really sad. There are a couple other movesets that it just makes faster, but... made me sad that whips are unchanged, because if any moveset needed to be changed, it was whips. God, giving the Arumi a good moveset would make it the best weapon in the game. Yeah, I hate that you can't power stance craft the dragon, even if you have two of them. Oh, wait, can you if you have two of them, actually? I'm pretty sure you can if you have two of them. But you need a friend to drop it, that's what it is. Okay. There's the weapon. Ah, almost got backstabbed. That was scary. It is a Twinkling Titanite weapon. Luckily, there are two Twinkling Titanite right here. It's so dumb that you can duplicate remembrances, but you can't get two of the same item out of a remembrance. I don't know why my throat is dying right now. I don't care. Yeah, you can't two-hand it because you can't two-hand fist weapons in Elden Ring. Well, I guess outside of Dark Souls 2, because everyone knows Dark Souls 2 is the best one. Does it make sense to use the Porcine? Or it's the Golden Falcon shield, that's right. I'm not sure what fashion I want to go with here. No, I know exactly what fashion I want to go with here, actually. Okay, I guess I want to go to the forest first. Link Titanite, my beloved. Okay, so first thing we need to do is get Linnegrast's key. I want to go this way because the pursuer next to the tower part bonfire can only be reached this way. There's also a pursuer in the other direction that can only be reached the other way, but can you reach it the other way if you go... No, because you have to drop down. Can you... Actually, if you go through the Belfry Luna, I'm sure you can. You can reach the area behind the gate near Macduff's workshop through the Belfry Luna. Your favorite Dark Souls 3 weapon? Not quite. But yeah. Okay, time to see the damage. That's pretty decent. I'm sure it'll get a lot better once I upgrade it and actually get scaling. I actually didn't check the scaling. I was about to, and then I just completely forgot. I'm gonna get 54 faith. I know that. Damage isn't the best I've seen this early in the game, but it's pretty solid. From what I know, the bandit axe is just kind of better. But I also didn't look that much into it. Okay, what's the scaling? 1812 CE. Okay, so I'll get... Do I want to get 50 strength? Probably not. Is the first soft cap in this game 25 or 30? What is fuck ogre? The lightning. I think the voice really helped that one. I think if / when I do Dark Souls 2 Goddess of the Sun edition, you know, after Dark Souls 2 modding tools start to exist, I'm gonna put this straight sword Hidden Knight back, because that was the best, or the worst change Scholar made. 2550? Okay. For physical, specifically. I'm pretty sure physical and elemental scaling has different soft caps, right? Or I know it has like different not thresholds, but like different amounts of scaling too. Like elemental scaling tends to be much stronger than physical scaling. I'm just trying to get like not grouped up. Okay. This is scary. Okay, everything's fine. Literally nothing to worry about. Wasn't even scared. What is fuck ogre? I don't think that's a question I'm allowed to ask on YouTube. weren't even allowed to run past everything. Yeah, true. You can sometimes. You just gotta get lucky there. That's like the one spot in the game that I try to run past that doesn't always work. I'm probably gonna do Creighton cosplay. I don't know about if I'm gonna wear the steel mask though. I don't know how heavy his stuff is. But that means I think I want to go to the undead. I don't need to go up there. Actually, does that one drop a twinkling? I don't think so. I know what I'm doing. Okay, Linnegrast's key. And then I'm going to fight the Pursuer. I'm going to get the Ring of Blades. I'm going to get the Silver Serpent Ring from her. And then other stuff, surely. Then I'm going to go to the Cops and get the Undead Lockaway key and free Creighton. Then I'm going to go to the Rhinestone Cove so that I can finish his quest and get his stuff without giving up the engraved gauntlets. Do I even care about the engraved gauntlets? Probably not. I don't care about the engraved gauntlets. I am still gonna go... Actually, no, I want to go into the gutter first rather than Brightstone Cove so I can get to the DLC, get the Twinkling Titanite there. But I am going to try to get to like a +3. Can you get to +3 from the Bistie? From the Twinkling Titanite from the Bistie? I'm not entirely positive on where all the Twinkling Titanite is. I don't use Twinkling Titanite weapons enough, and when I do, it's just I get it all from the DLC. I know there's one in Things Betwixt from the Pursuer there. Bastille? Yeah, it's a French word. It is not Bastille. I remember a few years ago, Hi, why are you up here? A few years ago, I looked up how the band was pronounced, and it is supposed to be Bastille, but they say most people pronounce it Bastille, and they're fine with it. I learned that from Steel Rising, by the way. Good game. Very, very cheesable if you use the ice gun, which you get like right at the beginning of the game. I think literally in the tutorial you get just straight up the most broken weapon in the game. You freeze with the ice gun and then you use the paired swords to do the charge spin attack, and you just win. It's actually stupid how powerful that build is. I should do something with Steel Rising. That'd be fun. I did a level 1 run and not no healing, but I did no consumable damage and no Estus Flask effectively. I should... Oh my goodness. That was scary. I just wanted to see the one-handed moveset and it has no range. Got disconnected. Did my internet die for a second? Anyway, I did a level 1 run with no Estus Flask and no consumables for damage a while ago. And it's all in one video. It's like 3 hours long. Be sure to never use the ice gun? Yeah. There's no French dub of Steel Rising? I didn't know that. That's really silly, actually. That's very strange. Okay, I want to go back to Malentra. I'm gonna kill 8. Devils. What the devils? How much does the motion value matter? Actually, that's one of the only weapons I've ever seen where two-handing isn't objectively better. Yeah, I don't remember the voice acting in the game at all, but it's very surprising that there's not a French there's not a French dub. Where did he come from? What? Was it the firebomb thrower? I think it was the firebomb thrower, actually. But the French aren't real, true. Wasn't it made by French developers? I could have swore it was. Okay, I'm gonna move her to the, or to Majula. So that I can just go straight to her and not have to warp somewhere else when I kill Creighton. Okay. And go here. To scare children and eating their vegetables, that is true. It was made by spiders? Damn, I didn't know they could use computers. Spiders is a French development team. So that it was made by French developers, but they... Okay. Very strange. Okay, so... Yeah, I'm gonna go kill Crichton, gonna go through the Bastille, and go from there. You, upgrade my axe, please. Stop talking. I could have swore there was another easy one to get, but I don't remember where. Okay, so AR-wise, is it better to upgrade strength or faith? It's not strength. It's not faith. I thought it had seed lightning scaling. What? Fascinating. Okay, well, I'm probably gonna infuse it later. But for now, I'll go 25 strength, and then level up my endurance and vigor, and then level up faith. I'm sure the scaling also gets a lot better when it's upgraded. This way. Healer riding. I'm sure someone's into that. I'm sure a lot of people are into that, actually. Robot fuckers go wild, I guess. Which would I don't know if I should say this on YouTube. Is the main character, the player character from Steel Rising, is that more of like a doll or a robot? Because I feel like there's an argument to be made for both in terms of like visually versus I don't know, lore. The robot fucker's armored core? True. I mean, that's just armored core, isn't it? I feel like... Isn't there a whole subgenre based specifically on armored cores? As in the machines. Well, right, but does she fall more robot than doll? Okay. I think I would agree. He does have the whole overheating thing going on. Interesting was that. I think that the two-handed moveset might be easier to use. I think I'm gonna use more of the two-handed moveset for now. And then when I just need DPS, I'll switch to one-handed. Or especially when I need to be careful with my stamina, like against the Rotten or whatever. Pardon me. Hi. Broken Thief Sword. That's the best weapon in the game right there. That's definitely in contention for the weapon that I use in the worst weapon in Dark Souls 2 video. Come here. God damn it. Jesus. I don't think I'm going to be able to rest quickly enough to not have to fight the other one. Yeah. Dagger with no counter. But it's fast, and you can put flame weapon, or flame weapon. I saw flame butterfly, and that was where my brain went first. Don't put flame weapon on anything, actually. You can put any weapon buff on it. Or, like... Because, you know, there's no reason to use any other dagger for resins. Can you put resins on it? Actually, I don't remember. I'm sure you can, but I know this game is weird about resins. That was a very interesting animation. Hello, Cinder. Welcome. A fire buff that is worse than Dark Weapon or Sunlight Blade. Okay. I should use an effigy. Do I even have an effigy right now? Yeah, I got one in the forest. At least one. Yeah, okay. They're all just hanging out up there. Seems like a fun spot. Does that thief, oh my goodness, attack you when you pull the lever? Is that where that one comes from? I assume it's that one, because I don't know where else it would be. Oh my goodness. Maybe the range on the R2 isn't that much better. What is saddening? Oh, Theorizing Devs confirmed the shutdown of their studio. Oh, I know DLC came out. I think I own the DLC. I think I bought the like definitive edition or whatever when I bought the game, but I never ended up playing the DLC. Hello, Lucky Dragon. Welcome. Full smoke spot. True. I should heal. Maybe. Oh, never mind. I guess I shouldn't. Healing is for cowards. My bad. I was being punished for being a coward. Okay, now it's a good time to heal. Oh my goodness, come back. Does this thing have counter damage? It definitely feels like it has counter damage. Yes, 130. Are there that many weapons that don't have... Is it more weapons have counter damage than not in this game? Feels like it. But I also don't pay attention to the numbers very often. More how it feels to use. Pardon me. Very few have no counter. That's what I figured. That was a bad idea. I'm dead. I'm not dead. Backstab iframes go crazy. Rowena. I forgot about Rowena. This might end poorly. It's fine. It's just a random NPC. There's no way she'll be that difficult. But if I do die, I have the key. Almost. You're almost there. The axe from the last giant soul. Wow, she's free backstabs. Okay. I was a little bit worried about this fight, but she's not even trying. Girl, are you okay? Oh my goodness. I feel kind of bad. Baby's first Dark Souls game, maybe. Her first Dark Souls game, anyway. Yeah. We'll come back in Dark Souls 3. He'll do a little bit better then, maybe. Hello, Creighton. Another NPC to fight. I guess I didn't really need to kill Pate. Little Miss Backstab Pate. I don't think he's very good at using this thing. Okay. Melinda, you have something I want. Do you need to kill the last giant to get her to move, actually? It would seem so. That's okay. I want to go through the forest anyway. Now is the time to go through the last giant so I can get the Twinkling Titanite from the bestie. I know there's a one in the chest. Again, or next to, why don't... Where is it? Oh, they're just called Creighton's set. It's so expensive. Oh my goodness. What? Hmm. My computer is struggling to load things, I guess. Okay, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head where all the pursuers are too, because there's one pursuer this way before the Ruin Sentinels. There's two after the Ruin Sentinels. One next to the bonfire right after the Ruin Sentinels, and then one like behind the two illusory walls. There's one in the other direction after the Flexile Sentry. I don't even really need to go to all of them though, right? I feel like a +3 is fine, and I'm not going to have enough for a +4 even if I go to all the pursuers. Let me think. There's... okay. Right now, I have one Twinkling Titanite. I need 4 more to even get to +3, which... there's 2 before Ruin Sentinels, and then the one in the Things Betwixt. Yeah, okay, so I definitely wouldn't be able to get to +4 regardless. So once I get to +3, I'll just go straight into the Rotten. The Gold Falcon Shield, you just get it with the Crescent Axe. I think Pate's set looks better on a fat woman. As do most things, to be fair. Did I say Pates? I meant Creighton's if I did. I'm so used to just saying things wrong that I don't even know if I actually said anything wrong that time. I don't think the R2s are very worth here. Ooh. That's... I think one-handed is pretty good. Anything looks good on fat women, exactly. Oh. I'm kind of surprised I didn't get hit there. Creighton's tunic having a deer on it? I'm sure there is. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure there is. Pardon me. Jesus. I'm glad we all agree that everything looks good on fat women. I'm not sure how I feel about the steel mask, though. It's, it's his persona, true. It's a he took the online Pottermore quiz, and that's his Patronus or whatever. And he's so much of a Potterhead. That explains why he's like a brigand, too. Instead of a functioning member of society. Oop, what the? Okay, come on. I know 2 whole deer girls. I was gonna say one of them is inside of me, but I don't think that's the language I should use here. not in this chat. One of them is my headmate, to be specific. Okay. Use these. Or maybe specifically in this chat. Very specific, evil, and intimidating vibe. Looks real good on women, especially big women. But it's not my vibe, you know? Oops. Come on. I know how to press buttons, I swear. The leggings from that portrait look like they would look good on their own. Okay. I had to know. Okay, I need to burn my Sublime Bone Dust before I forget as well. If you're enjoying the stream, you should like it, by the way. That would be really awesome. It does a lot for the algorithm. Lets me know I'm doing the right thing. It's really cool. You should like the stream. And maybe give me money. But, you know, only if you can afford it and are willing to. Also, other algorithm stuff. Subscribe or whatever. It's insane. Brayton's a little bit freakier than we gave him credit for. But you don't like how the concept art makes the axe look like a great axe? Huh. Does it? I guess I haven't seen the concept art. Come to think of it. Okay, give me a little bit more strength. Give me vigor. I want to get my vigor high enough to survive the well soon. Hell yeah, fat women. I am a big fan of fat women. Including myself. You know, self-love or whatever. Women in general, I'm a fan of, though, to be fair. I'm glad this chat has good opinions. I've built up a good community here. It feels like it's not very often that I don't know, fight the last giant early in a run. Sometimes not at all. Pardon me. There have just been so many runs where I've sprinted straight for a +10 before fighting anything. Fat women relatively, and also fat women objectively. Thanks, that's an awesome message. The last giant is so forgettable. I mean, it's not even that. It's just that, you know, why not go get a +10 and come back? For the most part. The only exception, or the only reason I'm making an exception here is because I need more Twinkling Titanite, which I get from here, past the last giant. Is it a coif? The, like, neck covering around the steel mask is not doing it for me. I don't know. It makes it look like I have a bit of a hunchback. Not vibing with it. Oh. Chain mullet. Ooh. Yeah. Now that you say it. Yeah, especially when you learn, like, the lore, the actual lore of the giants in full, with how they were just kind of chilling and Ventrek attacked them for whatever reason. I don't even remember why, it's been a long time. And the last giant only came here in retaliation. This is the most damage I've done to the Pursuer in a while. Royalties do that, true. Monarchs are stupid. Because it's bad he said so? Oh yeah. Honestly, that's a good reason. I'm not one to say no to a hot girl. When you put it like that, now I feel bad for making the joke. Okay. Oh. Oof. Oof. Huh? That was so delayed. What the hell? Ah. I'm not sure why he freaked out a little bit there, but okay. That's the second enemy to do that this run. Is there something to do with having lightning? That one didn't really do it. Oh my god, the barrel worked. Honestly, that's entirely valid, Storm. Excuse me. Thank you. Yes, Krista. Okay, it is specifically the one that Macduff is sitting on. They do have a pretty silly moveset, especially the fireball toss. Enemies have a chance to freak out with elemental weapons in general. I guess that makes sense with fire. Do they is the idea like they do a special death animation or something? And then sometimes it freaks out. Because I know like in later games, like in Elden Ring specifically, the fire is he solid twinkling titanite? No. The fire using a fire weapon will have a special death animation, so I think it just messes with their model, huh? Eventually I'll learn more about Dark Souls 2. There's a thing in Dark Souls 1. I moved right, and my character just went flying. I didn't realize I was that close to the ledge. I was playing Night Rain earlier, and I don't remember who I was playing. I think I was playing Executor, and the person I was playing with. I have ADHD. Listen. Anyway, the person I was playing with was playing Wilder, and she was standing like behind. Excuse me. She was standing behind like a piece of environmental storytelling, whatever. There was like a cart or something, and she used the grapple, and the enemy just went flying backward. But I didn't know she was there, so it just looked like the enemy just went flying for no reason. It was pretty awesome. I really wish I could have taken a clip of it, but alas, I could not. Yeah, someone should put a wet floor sign there. Yeah, I love Wilder. Wilder's my main in Night Rain for a reason. Okay, let's see if a +2 will be enough to take out all the Ruined Sentinel on the starting platform easily. Probably not. I don't know. Am I a Scholar main? I think I'm a Wilder main, but Scholar is a very close second in terms of character I play the most. Scholar's a very silly character. I was an Undertaker girly for like a month after the DLC came out, and I have not played Undertaker very much since at all. I've done a few more games with Undertaker, but you should get Night Rain. Should do solar pellets Discord, seamless Night Rain. Wow, that is not as much damage as I was hoping for. Come back. Where are you going? Come back. I would love to play Night Rain with you. Oof. I also got myself back into Atlas, so maybe a Solar Pellets Discord server Atlas session soon. I think that'd be fun. Guardian solo only. Guardian's pretty fun. Pull this Stell hanging from his ceiling, ulted it in the face and kill it. Kill it? That's awesome. One of the ones in Naclateo. I know it's pronounced Naclatio. I don't care. I'm never calling it Naclatio. I am not a big fan of games like Repo, unfortunately. Okay, I needed to jump down for safety, because I'm bad at the video game. Not this one. I'm pretty sure this is Riche. There she is. Ah! Come on, please. No. Ah! That attack sucks. You kind of just have to run. That's... God damn it. Naclatio, yeah. It is unfortunate. Honestly, after today's stream, I might go play Atlas. If you're in the Discord server, you want to play Atlas, can start up a public server. And can you like have a server, not password, but like keep a server open, but then have like a code or something? I don't remember how we did it last time. I'm sure you can like search for servers or something in Atlas. It's been a while since I've played online at all. I have a character at like level 14, and that's kind of when the game turns into a little bit of a grind fest. But it's a lot more fun when you're playing online. Can't believe I died to Ruin Sentinels. This is tragic. I'm supposed to be good at this game. About this game? You mean Atlas or Dark Souls 2? Atlas, with the... Krista, your issue might honestly just be playing on controller. I was having wrist issues. So I started playing with controller, and it is so difficult to play on controller. It's like... It has combat similar to an MMORPG, I think is the intention, where you have, like, you know, skills and whatever on a hotbar that you can arrange in whatever way you want and do combos with them and everything. But you can play it solo or in, like, a private server, but there's no, like, actual MMO-style server. That killed me! I know the issue. I forgot to put on the Ring of Blades. I can't believe that killed me. Do I have an Estus Shard? What Estus Shard am I missing? The one in the Manor, probably. I think that's the one that I don't have that I usually do. Okay. Effigy. And then Ring of Blades. I didn't even put on the Silver Serpent Ring. What am I doing? The ADHD strikes again, I guess. Ring of Thorns. 50 Loy Souls. I do not envy you. Atlas is pretty cheap. It's like 10 bucks most of the time. It goes on sale for 5 pretty often. Why am I fat rolling? Oh, rings, right. Okay, no more shield. I haven't been using it. It's only there for fashion. And I like it as fashion, but if it's gonna make me mid-roll, then it is not gonna be on. The Lois Solols. I hope farming for the souls was worth it, rather than just killing Alsana. Can't you do it with, like... Or rather, can't you kill the Iron King? Or... Sorry, the Ivory King, and then go back down, and more will spawn. That is quite a bit more damage. Ring of Blades is helping a lot. Yeah. He is an angel. He is the gayest character in Dark Souls 2. That is true. I would only kill her in theory, but I wouldn't because I have cheat tools, so I don't have to kill her. Okay, I need you to get to the other side of the platform so the other one doesn't attack me. Come on. There we go. Hard part's over now, at least. I would kill her if she begged hard enough. Yeah, you would. That makes sense. Hello, here I go. Welcome. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's only blunt damage. Which is why you should pretty much always use the Craftsman's Hammer here. Yeah, I use the Elium Lois last week, and I would agree. The heal is very nice. It's a lot better than you would expect for sure. I am being very bad at Dark Souls 2, but people still enjoy watching me for some reason, so I guess I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, putting the large club here is mean. I always forget that the Ruin Sentinels give you so many souls. Krista, I think you might also be biased. Not that I don't think most people agree with you, but I would say that you're definitely biased. I'm still really not used to doing a lot of damage to the Pursuer. I started a whip run. Spoilers, I guess. And I'm working on that for a video. And Pursuer was rough in that one. The whip doing slash damage is truly tragic for its viability. Is that 3? I think I have 3 now. Or 2. No, the other one was... Right, okay. My Fox Charms. Slash S. Damn. The Ivory Straight Sword does blunt damage? I didn't know that. I'm glad I have an entertaining personality. That's a very good thing to hear. I think the one Pursuer over here is going to be a lot easier to deal with than, or the one behind the two illusory walls is going to be a lot easier to deal with than the one in the courtyard with all the dogs and stuff. So that one does have an Estus Shard next to it. One of the strongest poison builds in the game? I'm sure they are. The Spotted Whip is, like, the whips are good. It's just early game, they're really rough. Just like Dark Souls 1. Does more damage than Soul Greatsword. Yeah, well, FromSoft hates Soul Greatsword, so that's not that surprising. I think I'm going to put the old whip on the stream poll for next week. So right now it's looking like Dragon Rider Twin Blade, old whip. I don't remember. Oh yeah, Greatsword? No, I want to save Greatsword. Or like the winner of a poll, you know? Why? Is the range really that tiny? Jesus. The Chaos Guardian Tail? Interesting. I didn't know you could infuse Guardian Tail. Are you... I'm fairly certain... Wait. It has... It's a twinkling weapon, isn't it? Or am I insane? Here we go. The Pursuer and it wore some cool sneakers? That'd be awesome. That's the only whip that I haven't used in Dark Souls 1. I really thought it was a twinkling weapon. Weird. Because the other tail weapons are all dragon scale, right? I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm grabbing at. Flame Butterfly. I guess that's cool to have. This is a scary jump. I still need to do that. I want to do a run using... Like, I want to do 2 runs using both the Notched Whip and the Guardian Tail, but, like, compare them to each other kind of thing. Gargoyle Tail Axe? Oh, yeah, it is. You're true. Because the Gargoyle Halberd is also standard. Huh. I don't know. I have always thought that the Guardian Tail... I guess because it does poison. Using a bonfire accidentally and then dual wielding 2 Dragonslayer Crescent Axes. I was thinking about getting a second one, but I know that the Power Stance moveset is not unique, but the one-handed moveset is unique and it's faster than other axes, so I don't think I'm gonna Power Stance it. Dark Souls 1 whip tier list. I want to finish my last few weapons that I haven't used in Dark Souls 1. And then I'm going to do a full weapon tier list. How to model and make mods. Elden Ring. Rank the whip based on the Guardian Tail. Hit me up on Discord. I can help. That sounds really cool. Let me buy this. Aquar, you always satisfy me. You know that. Just power stanced it for the rule of cool. That's true. That's fair. There are some weapons where power stance is just kind of better. Whips are absolutely one of those, for instance, but there are also a lot of weapons where power stance is just kind of worse, for sure. I get 20 vigor, 20 endurance, and I'll start leveling faith. The modding tutorials for Elden Ring are very comprehensive. Where am I going? What am I doing now? The pit. So if any of the games are gonna be easy to mod, it's gonna be Elden Ring. Don't worry, Krista. You're always gonna be my favorite cat. Big ghost right there. That's a joke. Power Stance Twin Blades is mostly bad, except for Power Stance Sorcerer's Twin Blade. Isn't Power Stance Sorcerer's Twin Blade with Crystal Magic Weapon a pretty normal? God, speaking of that build, 60,000 soul memory in the Shaded Ruins. I get invaded. Someone named Helicopter Man with with 2 Sorcerer's Twin Blades and Crystal Magic Weapon. 60k soul memory, by the way. I don't know why I thought that was a lightning stone. Is it Lightning Drake or something? I know there's one. I think it's the Shaded Ruins next to Tark. I think I found a cryptid, a gay brain gamer. I'm also not in the official server, or I'm in the ban server, remember? So it's very possible that they cheated. Not that I think a Dark Souls 2 gamer would cheat or anything, that you know, but it's very possible. I was gonna run in circles, jump down to the where is it? The Sublime Bone Dust is down there, in the Shaded Ruins, and then jump back and forth until one of us fell, and I fell on like my second jump, and I was really sad because I wanted to be really annoying for an invader that did that. Almost put milk in the pantry. I'm glad you corrected it before Travesty struck. Welcome, Ria. Ah! God damn it. I'm playing so well today. A Jello? What kind of Jello? Takes 2 streams each. I usually play better. Soul memory is your least favorite aspect of the game. I don't know. Personally, it doesn't bother me that much just because I don't play online very much. And when I do, you know, I coordinate runs with people very, very specifically. So it's not that big of a deal for me, but I can see why it can be annoying for sure. I think it was an interesting way to try and balance PvP, and I'm sad that it didn't work the way they wanted it to. Okay. You get free cheese, that is true. Alright, good luck, Krista. Hope your internet comes back soon. I mean, that is what the gate ring is for, to be fair. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Though, not being rewarded necessarily for fighting a boss can definitely be a turnoff. The helmet makes me sad. It makes you sad. Me too. I'm thinking of getting like one of the crowns or something. Maybe I'll do Sin early. Ah! Are you... I'm gonna lose it. A valuable ring slot. I don't know, what is your 4th ring gonna be? First dragon ring? Dark Souls 2 pivot? Nah, that was a skill issue on my part. I know how to play this game. I know how the character moves. I'm just not paying enough attention here. Like, oh, it's the gutter. I do this all the time. It'll be fine. Slippery when wet. True. Anyway. Ring of Blades, Flynn's Ring, and Chloranthy are literally all I use in every run. I guess if your weapon is infused, then a clutch ring is probably going to be better than Ring of Blades, but I don't think losing a single ring slot is that big of a deal, especially if you're at the point where you can comfortably help people with bosses. Yeah, true. Not being able to replace consumables does suck a lot. A Gape Ring Dragon? It does, I suppose. Me too. Okay, now that I'm actually paying attention to the video game, it's fine. How come I have 0 Estus? Because I did not get the Estus shard in Majula. Not, or the one in the manor at Majula. Ring of Binding, because you're not good at the video game. That's fair. I used to all the time for sure. And this this definitely feels like a run where I should be. But I don't know. At this point, I always have so many effigies in excess anyway that it doesn't really feel very necessary for me. Okay. Let me not die from fall damage. God, at this point, I should just always have the flying feline boots equipped. I should get Estus Flask shards. I'm not good enough at the video game for this. I'm getting this one, obviously, but... Okay, time to go to the place where I never remember how to navigate. Isn't there... Can you get back down from here anyway, actually? I don't trust myself. Oh, I don't have a choice. Okay. I'm alive! Everything is a-okay. You know, this might be a good time to use a bone, actually. Just in case. No, I do know where I'm at. I'm still gonna use a bone. Wait, actually. No, I do know where I'm at. Right? I'm lower than I thought I was, so I don't actually know where I'm at. Bone. Use a bone. Don't be greedy. My iconic pause, true. But then I lose out on the resemblance to the model with Targray's leggings, you know? So there's definitely a trade-off there. Don't worry, I'm actually good at this game. I survive through the gutter extremely easily. If I can do Deathless Gutter, I think that means I'm at least decent at the video game, you know? In terms of movement, at least. Maybe not combat, but... You don't need to be good at combat in Dark Souls. That's what getting a good weapon is for. I say as if I'm not doing a specific weapon run. Any spice makes me suffer, so unfortunately I am not a fan of spicy things, which living with a Hispanic woman can be difficult sometimes. For both of us. Deathless Gutter to the tune of Secret Tunnel. Deathless Gutter. Deathless Gutter. Through the gutter. Deathless, deathless, deathless gutter. I love the taste of jalapenos, which sucks, because I cannot handle how spicy they are. Do I love the taste of jalapenos? I think they're good. I think I prefer pepperoncinis anyway. Actually, I can handle pepperoncinis, so... I am extremely white, but at least I'm not so white that I can't enjoy pepperoncini. Better made you feel... Yeah, I don't know. I like both. I think the Gutter and Blighttown are both very good levels. I like the way that both of them use verticality in really interesting ways. I think the Gutter is a cool evolution on what Blighttown tried to do, but they definitely go for different things in a lot of ways. So, extra hot Cheetos right now. Yeah, I couldn't do that. I would actively be sopping on the floor. I am a weak girl. Not that that's a problem for most people, though, including myself. I heal. I don't die to poison while this guy's unpetrifying. I need 9 Twinkling Titanite. There's 5 in the chest right at the beginning, and then there's 3 next to the Puzzling Stone Sword. And where's the other 3? On the floor, the spike floor. Okay. What joke? What joke am I making? Oh no, that's for a video. I gotta save that joke for the video. What is he doing? Oh. I'm used to fighting NPCs with whips, which is extremely easy in this game. They just cannot respond to the range. Oh. And I'm bad at stamina management, but it's okay. Actually, speaking of stamina management, there's somewhere I need to go before I actually fight the Rotten. I'm very bad at stamina management with the Rotten specifically. Here we go. Like the feeling of superiority from having better spice tolerance than other women. Valid. Oops. Too white to tolerate spicy food? Yeah. I am not. Oh, I didn't get the Estus Flash or the Estus Shard here either. I should get this one. This one's really easy to get. I can also just teleport from this bonfire, so I don't have to run back. God, speaking of food, food is cool. I like food. I'm a big enjoyer of food. Estrogen shard. Yeah, that's I take 2 of those every day under my tongue. Yep, counter for every stream. You're welcome to keep track. Why? No. Yeah, that's true. It's unfortunate. Both halves of that are unfortunate. Yeah, I love pad thai is so good, but I cannot handle the spice that's in most Thai food. So if they don't, if a Thai restaurant or whatever doesn't have a mild option, I just can't eat it. I can't eat there. I genuinely can't handle it. It sucks. I think I'm going the right way. Probably a little bit more this way, actually. Yeah, okay. I know where I'm at. The Dark Souls of food spices. I feel like that'd be Indian. Are Thai cuisine and Indian cuisine similar in terms of spice levels? I haven't had much Indian cuisine, but I know a lot of people talk about how spicy it is, so. Okay. Got that. Now, I can actually go fight the rotten. Oh, the giants are gonna be awful. Really tempted to just go get some throwing knives. Oh, it'll be fine. Only a +3 though is gonna be annoying. Remember that thing I said about running in circles? Being annoying to an invader? We'll see if I'm better at jumping this time. I certainly won't be, but I don't know where the invader spawns are here. I think it's over there. I had no idea you can make that jump. That's awesome, actually. Cool. Good to know. Anyway. How long will both of us last? I am 100% positive that I will end up falling first. But... Oh, yep, okay. I jumped too late. The exact same thing that happened last time. I'm on the band server. We've had this conversation multiple times. 5 blazing wings. Every time you go to Buffalo Wild Wings, aside with your 30 other wings. Interesting. Yeah, not all spices are made equal, that's true. But, so like, horseradish is a very different kind of spicy from like capsaicin, for sure. And I can handle horseradish mostly. Get banned, true. I do have 2 Steam accounts. If you use the Steam family sharing, you can just have 2 Steam accounts that both have access to Dark Souls without buying the game twice. Also, doesn't it usually take like a little bit, like a couple days after you cheat to actually get banned or something? I don't know. Dark Souls banned server is weird. It's still really funny to me that there's still a typo in the Dark Souls Remastered. By the way, you cheated, you're banned now. Green. It says Artivol with a V instead of Article with a C. Okay, go back here so I can upgrade my Estus. And I guess level up a little bit. As somebody who has had curry, spicy curry, it is certainly hot. Maybe not such that it is painful to you, but as a white person with no spice tolerance, it's very much spicy. I can power stance both my Steam accounts, that's true. Yeah. Okay, I want endurance. I'll get this to 20. Yeah. And then here. I forgot to... It doesn't matter. I don't care. I wonder if autism has to do with my spice intolerance. Probably. Okay. Wasn't a fan of the texture or taste. I like the taste of yellow curry. And the texture. Pain is the fruit of life. No. Pleasure is the fruit of life. If you get pleasure from pain, that's awesome. Very, engaging rotten fight. For sure. At least the one-handed R1s don't use that much stamina. I wonder if the two-handed moveset is better here. No. Malaysian food? I have not. Oof. Youch. I should heal, just in case. I'm glad you enjoy the clip, Riam. I love how loud the Rotten Death sound is, or the Great Lord. The Lord. Oh my god. The Lord Death sounds are. It's funny. It's very loud. Well, if you didn't enjoy it, then why did you watch it again? Silly. I think you must enjoy it on some level. Just like how literally every Dark Souls fan is a masochist, and there is no other explanation or something. Okay. 20. I'm in faith. At what point should I infuse this? I imagine pretty early, right? Maybe after I get Flynn's ring. You put your volume up too high? Like the crackly, blown out speaker sound. Maybe just because they mixed it too high. It wouldn't surprise me if the sound was actually over-mixed and blown out. I did not see the shield, so unfortunately I cannot tell you. Oh boy. I don't think this is going to end very well. Ah. I tried to roll, but it didn't work very well. I'm going to use an effigy. I think that's probably a good idea. I should have gone into the cave first. It's fine. Fine. Literally nothing to worry about. I'm not even a little bit worried. I rolled. Okay. I've been playing too much Night Rain and Elden Ring, and I'm used to rolling like basically immediately. I'm not having to wait a second. I need to get my brain back in Dark Souls 2 mode for sure. I've been playing a lot of Dark Souls 2 recently though. I don't know. That almost killed me. Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Oof, I got greedy. Everything's fine. Why can't I had the crossbow shield? I've been wanting to use that. Crossbow only in this game sounds fun. Okay. Oof. The range on these guys always messes me up. It's always so much farther than I expect it to be. I do know they have really awful hitboxes, though. That's probably part of it. Something about them having or not particles, but like fire effects to their attacks. Not getting removed or something. Yeah, I forgot you could power stance crossbows. Wish you could power stance normal bows. I always like normal bows a lot more than crossbows. No one even lives in New York. It's only one of the most populated US cities. It's not like anyone lives there. I wouldn't be surprised if people in this stream chat actively live in New York. So, we are on the other side of the country. Use your mouth to pull the string, true. I don't know, I feel like there's something they could do. Where you're just like... Oof. I don't know. I'm sure there's something. They have a lot of crazy bow animations. Maybe not in base game of any of the games, but like... That seems like something you'd be able to do in a mod like Vin's, at least. Oh my goodness. Why are you turning so fast? You don't usually turn this fast. Okay, thank you. I got read like a book! Actual input reading in Dark Souls 2? Maybe Elden Ring wasn't so bad. Dark Souls 2 too. Everyone is right. There we go. Yeah, the Sanctum crossbow. I've heard very good things about the Sanctum crossbow. And the Avalon, obviously. Oh. Oof. Oh my goodness. Okay, there we go. The front of the helmet, the iron mask. That both bows in the ground and ball. The through and through, you mean? I don't know. I feel like knocking both bows and then or knocking an arrow on both bows and then like quickly pulling both the shots back. I don't know. Again, I feel like there's something they could do. It doesn't have to be realistic. It's not like most of bow animations in these games are super realistic anyway. I literally only know that because I have 800 hours in Night Rain. Back to here. And then, did I pick up the fire arrows? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, good. Put this here. Hopefully, I don't have insane skill issue going through Shulva. But chances are I will, and that's okay. The whips were surprisingly powerful in Shulva as well. I probably shouldn't be spoiling that video, but it's on my mind because I've been doing that the last few days. I really need to start. I think what would help me a lot to make videos more often is if I wrote while playing, which I've been doing with this video, instead of writing the script after doing the whole run. It makes it a lot easier for me to like break up the work into manageable chunks instead of doing all the writing at one point. Whipping up, yeah, wow. Incredible. There's a lot of innuendos in that video, and that wasn't even intentional. I wasn't trying to do more innuendos because it's the whip video. Which is crazy, because my Dark Souls 2 videos already have a lot of innuendos. You saying laugh made me laugh, don't worry. You are funny. Kind of a horny game. That's true. It is. I agree. Lots of weird. I mean, like, so are all the games. Dark Souls 1 is probably the least horny, which is weird because it has like Gaping Dragon. I don't know. Dark Souls 3 is probably the least horny. Come to think of it. I haven't played this one. Absolutely play Dark Souls 2. You need to like absolutely. Oh my goodness. Okay. You need to try. It's not just pick up and play as much as Dark Souls 3 is, especially. Why can't I use the bonfire? What are we talking about? Did I get invaded? Okay. You need to put in some effort. It's the same person. You need to put in some effort to enjoy Dark Souls 2 a little bit more than Dark Souls 3, but absolutely it's worth it. Mr. Pasakas, me too. I alt F4'd, by the way, if that wasn't clear. One second. Being the least horny, yeah, and thematically tight. You want the innuendos? Yeah. What's a Western RPG? I mean, it has the strongest RPG elements for sure, but I don't think it's gonna be loud. I forgot my ears. What are they talking about? Oh yeah, but I don't think it level 69. Hell yeah, I don't think it forgoes like the Souls elements either. At least from Dark Souls 1. Alt F4ing when you get invaded. I don't know. Personally, I enjoy having fun in the video game. Why are you here? Thanks, I guess. What's with the game giving me free backstabs today? Ouch. Thanks, Nixie. Oh, there's Twinkling Titanite over here. This is the one that I was forgetting. I need 9, which means I don't need the 5 in the chest, where you need to kill all the guys to get it. There you go. So I need the Twinkling Titanite and the spike with the spike floor. I need the ones next to the puzzling stone sword, and that should be enough. Less anime-ish. Definitely less aura and hype moments than the other games. I think there are games where not being fun is part of the appeal for sure. There are also games where being fun is the whole appeal. And it also kind of depends on what you consider fun. I consider pretty much everything that happens in Dark Souls fun, so Dark Souls not being fun all the time just means that they're doing something that I don't enjoy, which is obviously not enjoyable. Maybe for you. I genuinely enjoy putting a large amount of time into a challenging encounter. And if you don't, and you still enjoy the game, that's awesome. I don't need to do that. There's no reason to. Oops. Wasting arrows, SMH. Why do you see me? Okay, I can't be hit here. Everything is fine. Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is also very anime, that's true. What's the anime Souls like? Okay, so there's 3 more in here. Code Vein, yeah, that one. Code Vein was fine. I played a decent chunk of it. I got to the butterfly, I think. Which I know isn't, like, as far as I know, isn't super far into the game, but that boss was just annoying and I didn't want to do it anymore, so I stopped. It wasn't fun to learn that boss. God-awful DLC. Oh, I forgot about you. Ouch. Ouch. Again. Huh? Okay, hold on. Let me put my Steam in offline mode. Now that I remember that that's actually a possibility. Go offline. I always forget that you need to do it through Steam instead of, not. Warframe DLC? Warframe has DLC? I mean, the wall hitboxes. So the way that wall hitboxes work in the Souls games, specifically with projectiles, I think I'm still online also, despite hitting offline. Go offline. Anyway, the way they work, there's two kinds of collision. Most of the time that the collision, or most of the time things get stuck on invisible stuff is just because they were lazy. That eye color looks crazy through the mask. It's because they weren't paying very close attention to where certain walls are. The only reason that it's fairly good in Dark Souls 2 is because they expect you to use bows very often, so especially in Shulva. But there are even places in Shulva where the wall hitboxes are pretty bad. Uviri? Oh, yeah. Uviri is fun. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 is particularly bad. Dark Souls 1 has some moments for sure. Dark Souls 2 also has some moments though, admittedly. Okay. I want to get this bonfire. Is it right here? Yeah. Excuse me, 1 second. Ah! Everything's fine. I should play Duviri again. I really loved Duviri when I played it. That was one of I spent probably more time in that than most other parts of Warframe. Yeah, this is a very out-of-the-way bonfire. You're generally not much of a reason to go here. Okay. Pardon me. Gotta hit this one to get rid of the spikes on the floor. Oh, excuse me. Dragon's Dogma? That's true. There are definitely some anime ideas in there. I started playing through Dragon's Dogma, Dark Arisen. I didn't get super far. I don't know. I did, the last quest I did was to feed the Cyclops. And I want to keep playing, but it's rough when you're not used to RPGs like that. Hey, I want to get them to fall in. Come on. Really? Ow. And I also need to not fall in myself. I guess I should just start destroying the armor while going around in a circle, and if they fall in, they fall in. Yeah, I've never seen any of the Warframe updates marketed as DLC, but I also don't pay attention to their marketing at all. Sometimes I'll watch whatever the live stream thing is called, but not frequently. I was expecting a stagger. God, imagine missing me completely. Yeah, I think Shulva is probably the best DLC in a lot of ways. I like Eliam Lace more. I like the level design specifically of Eliam Lace a lot, but I think that the vibe and the level design, the layout, a lot of Shulva is very, very good. What? Why are you alive? Oh my goodness. I guess it's mostly indie games that aren't super flashy, but I also primarily, oh my god, their crossbow. I'm pivoting. I mostly play indie games. Highly recommend. The starting vista, yeah, true. Dark Souls 2 in general is very pretty though. I think Dark Souls 2 is the best looking Souls game for sure. I am coming back in like a couple weeks. The poll for next month's weapons is going to go up after the stream today when I remember to. So I'll put a notification for that in the Discord if you're in there. If you would like to contribute to choosing what weapons I used next and which order. Lunacid is awesome. God, the one of the endings in Lunacid, it's insane because of how subdued the rest of the game is. I want to play Lunacid again, but it's also one of those things where once you play it the first time, you can't really play it the same way, which makes me sad. But I do want to play it more. I was thinking about doing Lunacid consumables only at some point, but the way you start that is by grinding to craft consumables in the forest for forever. And it sucks. I spent like 2 hours grinding for consumables and I didn't even get 99 throwing knives, and it was... Ugh. Maybe if I use like Speed Engine or something, but it's just very tedious. Yeah, I've gotten all 4 endings. What? Why did you roll twice? He's trying to throw me off, so he can actually do his gesture. Wow. He's learning. At least $50, Sasha. At least. And I would consider it then, but I couldn't even guarantee it. So the reason that happens with Jester Thomas is he needs to do an emote before he can attack because of his AI. So he just kept trying to emote over and over. The puppies. That's awesome. I've never heard them called puppies. I like that a lot, actually. Perfect. I didn't even upgrade to a +3 before I went into there. That was all with a +2, by the way. Okay, I guess, in that case, I'm gonna go to Sinner's Rise and finish this up real quick. Actual Jester maxing? True. Felt like a monarch in the whip run, doing that fight until you went. I did everything I found on my own before beating Sixarius, and then I went through... I don't think I used a guide until I was down to like a couple spells or something. No, I agree. They are absolutely puppies. I've just never heard them called that, but now I will exclusively be calling them that. I think I'm gonna change my fashion later in the game, but this is good for now. I have an idea for something that I think I will like more with this weapon. I do need to get to at least the castle to even start doing that, though. Weird, cozy, yet horror vibes, yeah. Legacy mode? What is legacy mode? Does that limit your... Oh, if tank controls. Huh. I didn't know that was an option. They must have added that relatively recently. Unless I just wasn't paying attention to options when I played it. Creepton, true. Which, to be fair, women creeps are a lot cooler than men creeps, so... Lunacid is a Kingsfield-inspired game. And I love it. It's very, very good. I don't even... Rapeton. I didn't get the joke. Women creeps are awesome. True. God, okay, indie games that are absolutely must play. There are two that I've been thinking about a lot recently. One is Fate and Batula. One of my favorite games of all time, like top 3. It's so, so good. If you have not played Fate and Batula, do not spoil yourself for the love of God and go play it. It is incredible. And the other is A Short Hike, which is very cute, very good. And I love it a lot. Fate Beetle. Tunic is another one. Absolutely must play indie game. Yeah, Fate and Batula is... nobody talks about it. And it's so fucking good. Play Fate and Batula. A Short Hike is very good. I played it the other day and it made me cry. Despite having played it before. It's so nice. Moss is also very good. I still need a few levels in ADP. Okay. I think it makes sense to infuse at this point. Probably. Okay, like the Dark Souls 2. I don't think Dark Souls 2 counts as an indie game. Fate and Batula is the one game that's like, yeah, if I could forget a game and play it from the start, it would be Fate and Batula. That's the only game that I can even think of where I'd want to. Maybe Tunic, but like Fate and Batula is just so, so good. Well, let me change this. That's not a big boost to AR at all. Not even... And it's gonna be even less because Ring of Blades is... I don't have Cleanse Ring on though. Cleanse Ring here. Maybe I should get a little bit more faith. Oops, wrong button. Oh my goodness. There we go. I guess I don't think it's worth it yet. Not until I get Sunlight Blade. Okay, anyway. Here. I need to finish... Oh, Lightning Clutch, you're so true. I do need to finish Outer Wilds. That is something I need to do, but I'm struggling with it. It's just not capturing me very much. It's like I go here and I see this and it's like, oh, I guess that can possibly be applied here, and then it is, and it's like, okay, cool, that was nice, I guess. It's like, oh, but then you read this thing and it's like, I worked on this thing and also did a thing here, and it's like, okay, I guess I gotta do those things now. And then you read more things and it's like, okay, I guess I gotta go do these things now. What's going for 334 on Steam? It's no, the problem is that it's not self-directed exploration. It's that you need to go to places in a specific order or you won't know what to do. But you don't know what that order is until you've already explored the place where you can't do anything yet. And like, I don't think that's bad. It's just making it really hard for me to play it. No, don't heal. Are you gonna chill? Cool, thanks. Wow, it's like a top. You need to go to certain places to learn what to do in other places. And it's annoying to go to a place, explore as much as you can, and then have to go back later because there was one puzzle that you didn't have the piece to from somewhere else. Do I care about anything else here? Not really. I'll go fight this guy up here. My second monitor is really messed up right now, so I can't even see how long I've been streaming or the time. Okay. Almost 2 hours. The most interesting NPC fight in the game. 113 minutes ago. Thank you. I need to... The reason I'm using a messed up monitor is because it was my partner's primary monitor. And because I had a second monitor, I let her use that and used her messed up monitor as my primary, or as my secondary rather. And it is very difficult to see the bottom half of it. In fact, impossible to see the bottom half of it. I'm trying to not let my stuff get broken. How long does that go? Just gonna keep going? Oh my god. Nope. I can't die to Balder of all NPCs. Come back here. Of course, I get hit by that. Where are you going? Free backstab. Okay. That's... I have a friend who I want to play... There was a... Okay. Let me start over. I have a friend who really likes the show Summer Camp Island. And I watched the first couple episodes because they kept talking about it. And where was I going? What was I gonna do? This way. And it immediately reminded me of A Short Hike. So I want them to play A Short Hike, and I want to watch them so I can experience it vicariously for the exact same reason. Oh, Phantom Batula is going for $3. Absolutely get it. One of the best games of all time. Genuinely, it's so good. Very much a game where you need to want to explore it, but like, you know, find a time where you have like 3 hours, 3 to 5 hours to just like sit there and play the game and just do all of it. Get all the endings, do everything in the game. It's so good. Lesbian nuns. God, speaking of indie games that are extremely gay, I need to finish Super Lesbian Animal RPG. Playing Deltarune, I think through Chapter 5 made me really want to pick up Super Lesbian Animal RPG again, but I haven't. I remember really liking the first few hours of it that I played, but I didn't get super far into it. I thought it was very cute, but I just had too much going on at the time. Start feeling strange. Carol's a good character to have that with. Unfortunately, I think my most feeling strange character in Deltarune is Flowery at this point, which is very sad for my for my what should be lesbian heart. It's my Dorona. Leave me alone. Your dad's my best friend. Oh, I got grabbed. Oh no. I should heal. He fits the archetype of guys that I have a crush on, unfortunately, like perfectly. And what that says about me and my preferences. Yeah, okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one. Just as gay? Okay, I appreciate that. Flowery isn't a fat people? That's true. Liking Flowery because Green likes him is such a good reason. I saw... Okay. I'm not one to, like, judge for this kind of thing. Because... I don't know, I don't really care. But I saw a TikTok that was like, characters you're allowed to simp for from Deltarune... Or which of the flowers you're allowed to simp for from Deltarune Chapter 5. It's like, orange is a child, so no. Which is like, yeah, okay, sure. Green, totally allowed. I don't remember what they said about Seth. But then they're like, they get to pink, and they're like, it's a cat girl, it's fine. But I think pink is the most explicitly not an adult character of all of them. Which I think is... Like, if you're gonna make a list like that, if you genuinely care about that, and you say yes to pink, who says they want to go back to school? High school? Of all the characters to say yes to? It's so funny. People are so dumb. Yeah. Me too, Farron. But sometimes it's also like, I want him to ruin me, and I don't know how I feel about that. Usually it's fictional men. Luckily. Dante from Devil May Cry 2. Also Netflix Dante, and I don't think I like that about myself, but I have to live with it. He does wear a dress at one point though, so it's okay. But, you know. I liked Netflix Devil May Cry. You should play Deltarune. Deltarune is so good. It's so good. Highly recommend doing all the bosses if you can. Like, just search for everything. It's not as tedious as a lot of games to like find everything. Netflix Dante gives him lesbian vibes. Okay, good. I have a question. Is that because he likes Lady? Jalquar, true. Undertale's first area. I did a genocide run recently, and I got to Undyne, and I stopped, because I didn't want to go through the... I got to Undyne in like a couple hours or whatever, in one night, and then I stopped because I didn't want to go through the entire core. I did not get the small bag, I checked. I went through... I didn't want to go through the entire core at the time, because, you know, going through the core in genocide is extremely tedious. And I just never picked it back up. ISO night? As in, like, Chapter 3 night fight? Arguably DMC3 Dante, but less. DMC3 Dante gives trans man vibes. So, I guess. Your middle school comfort characters. I wanted to do the Undyne fight. That was the main reason I even did the genocide run, so... Stronger than you, Undertale. That's not a guilty pleasure. It's just good. Which version? There's a lot of versions. I think the Sans version is the most popular, and also my favorite. DMC3 Dante is a cis high schooler to you? That's crazy. I see it, but he does wear a binder, that is true. in DMC 3 exclusively. So. It definitely gives a vibes that he's like trying to show off his top surgery without showing off his nipples, you know, while still being decent, quote unquote. I forgot they get like a defense buff after the first one goes down. Or is that when they heal? I don't know. There's something to do with the defense buff with them. I think the man that I am into, that I regret living because of most, is pre-Virgil's downfall. DMC Devil May Cry Virgil. Dan's hat. Definitive edition or whatever. The new version. not the original release. We don't count that one. Yeah. Don't worry, yes, I can see it. And I get it. A long shiny red jacket that goes down to the shins. No, I specifically without the hat. Without the hat. It does not suit him. He doesn't have the hat as much in the re-release. So I'm talking about the re-release. I'm not that awful. Sans hat? Yeah, he does. Dragonslayer, Crescent Axe, your beloved. What makes you love it so much? I've been enjoying the run, but I think it's more just because I'm doing a simple Dark Souls 2 run, and I've been looking forward to that recently. Strength gets me so much more damage. And by the time I get to... I can respec worst case scenario, it's fine. I'm gonna get 50 strength. Soul Vessels are not hard to come by. Is this the last Lord? I did Rotten, I did Sinner. No, I haven't gone through Skeleton Lords. You just stole... Did you steal it? Or, like, did you ask them? I'm gonna... After the stream, I'm gonna make a poll in my Discord server, link in the description if you're not in there, for what weapons I'm going to put on the next Dark Souls 2 stream poll. I don't know why I did that. Because there are a bunch of weapons that I want to use, and I don't know which ones I want to put on the next poll. And I'm gonna have like 8 weapons and have the poll open for a couple hours. And just see what wins. So join the Discord if you're not in there, and watch out for that if you want to contribute. You have lesbian energy? Yes. Anything can have he/him lesbian energy if you just headcanon hard enough. You died? Oh my god, are you okay? I sorry. I'm like, I said that in the most uncaring way possible. I promise I care. No, I have not done a run with the Mace of the Insolent. Thank you for giving me an out. I appreciate that. That was one that I was gonna do soon, but not too soon. When wielded by a he/him lesbian, true. I think, but not all weapons are infused with like femme lesbian energy. It has to be like I am a femme she/her lesbian, she/it lesbian, I guess. But that doesn't mean all weapons are have that energy when I use Mace of the Insolent. Okay, good to hear you're doing okay. Use this axe for a huge portion of the game. It's your favorite weapon in Dark Souls 2 now. So far, I get it, but I liked... There are a couple other weapons I like more. Chaos Rapier. No, Ricard's Rapier. Chaos Rapier is cool too, though. Ricard's Rapier and Key to the Embedded I definitely prefer so far. I also really like the Dragonslayer twin sword? What are they called? Twin Blade, Jesus. The Dragonslayer Twin Blade. I swear to God, I pressed the roll button. Him lesbian infusion. True. That's gonna be part of Dark Souls 2 Goddess of the Sun edition. Oops. Slimbridge. I know a girl who very much gives Slimbridge energy. And she is very much a femme lesbian. Bisexual white man energy. I feel like... I don't know that I agree, but I get it. Oops. Not using a torch for Freya, by the way. I am a changed woman. Oh, I should probably get the Great Soul before I forget. See him lesbian energy? Yeah, I kind of see it, but he definitely very much gives twink vibes for me personally. Lucerne is an androgynous lesbian. In Dark Souls 1, yes. In Dark Souls 2, I hate to say it, in Dark Souls 2 it gives me the not very many queer vibes at all, to be honest. I gotta pee. I will be right back. Give me 1 second. The uranium mace. That sounds like an awesome weapon. Yeah, we'll be back. I am back. Yeah. What I meant by twink vibes is that he comes off to me as a feminine gay man and nothing more. Nothing less? Both. Noir detective voice. I should burn my bone dust before I forget. Okay.
Proceed. It is the
Strength. Yeah, that's so much more worth it. I wish I could do like impressions and stuff. I'd be so much funnier. I'd be so much less funny, but I would like doing it. Object them for her katana. That's awesome. I'm glad that it's canon that the Master Sword is a woman. I think that's pretty cool. Is she in the Master Sword? I don't remember if the Sky Sword or whatever becomes a Master Sword, actually. I don't care. A slightly large spider. But if I saw a slightly large spider, I'd be having a panic attack. Having extremely bad, or extremely strong arachnophobia is awful. Okay, what? I don't do voice training. I've never voice trained, so I don't really have transform voice magic. In fact, I specifically have gone out of my way to avoid voice training. I didn't know you could backstab these guys. Fun fact. I know you can backstab the bone wheels, which is funny. I do like that that's an option in this game. Oh my goodness. Ah! Voice just naturally sounds like that. Is that surprising? I don't know. I know I have a relatively androgynous voice, but I've never intentionally made my voice more feminine. I did unintentionally make my voice more masculine when I was, or when I thought I was a guy, because I was super insecure about my voice. I'm glad I have a desirable voice. But I used to talk like this all the time, you know? Not even intentionally, it just kind of happened because I was insecure, but over time, this is just my natural voice. I don't know if, like, me being in choir for a few years, and, like, being able to control my voice better because of that, made it so that I have started changing my voice unintentionally, because I'm just so used to it, or whatever, but... Does it slay dragons? I don't think it's slayed a dragon yet. Not yet, but it will. It'd be femme and deep. You just want to work on your resonance then. Which just kind of involves your... I don't know. There's like... I don't remember. It's been too long. There's resonance and pitch. And those are the two qualities of voice that tend to affect the masculinity and femininity of a voice. Most, but definitely more so resonance. And that is the thing that I have gone out of my way to never change intentionally. I had a whole conversation about voice training yesterday. I think... what... I'm trying to word this in a way that doesn't come off wrong. Voice training is very much an expected part of transition, and I hate that a lot. I don't think it should be expected. Like, obviously, if you have voice dysphoria or whatever, you should voice train. But if you don't have voice dysphoria, it being just like a normal part of transitioning is, in my opinion, a bad thing, because a lot of people can't voice train. So it being like a thing that is expected really sucks. I think if you don't have voice dysphoria and you don't voice train, you are awesome. Because you're helping normalize more diverse voices, which is super cool. I unintentionally do vocal fry a lot too, but I think that's more just part of my natural register. I do also try to avoid it intentionally. That's the one thing that I've, like, trained my voice to do. Huh, almost fell. I was complimenting other people for something that I do, that's true. I'm gonna take off the mask for this part. This is important. I didn't know it lingered for so long. That was so fast. I took off the mask. She's like, you're hot. Yeah, I had a lot of girls tell me that I had a good voice, and that helped a lot. I think that means I gotta keep the mask off for the rest of the run. According to that Desert Sorceress, my character's hot, so that's all you really need. That's all the encouragement you need in life, really. The mask is ugly, I agree. To laugh and use a grab attack on me to kiss me. No comment. That shouldn't... I'm not gonna say what I thought on stream. Elephant seal boss? True, actually. Does Dark Souls 2 do the high penalty thing for not having an armor slot occupied? Or is that just Dark Souls 3 and Elden Ring? Does Elden Ring do it? I don't usually have armor on all my slots in Elden Ring. I'll usually have no headpiece in Elden Ring. So, I don't know if it matters that much in Elden Ring either. I wanted to backstab you. Oh my goodness. Ah! I panicked. Everything's fine. This is fine. Break every bone in the body type. That is tragic. Okay. Actually, I guess I didn't have to rest, huh? Because the guy still would have been... Actually, do enemies respawn from using bones? Yeah, a lot of helmets do definitely give masculine vibes for sure. The only helmet that I really like in Elden Ring is the Crimson Hood. Ow. I don't even like the blue one. I'm gonna get poisoned. This is fucked up. A lot of the helmets in Elden Ring also just have like weird ornaments that make the helmet look bad. Yeah, I'm a fan of like non-standard gender expression, but not for myself. It's not even, I don't even get dysphoria very much, but I just like presenting in a feminine way. Like having facial hair doesn't even give me dysphoria anymore, which is really, really nice. But I do still have autism, and facial hair does still make my face itch really bad, so. Right stuff or Blade and Sorcery? Blade and Sorcery. Didn't the next update just come out? Cartib or whatever? I need to play Blade and Sorcery. I should charge my headset, actually. Thank you for reminding me. Keeping the hood on. I really like the look of the... There was a twin blade that actually looks usable. Though I said that about the last twin blade and it wasn't, so I don't know. I wish twin blades were good in Blade and Sorcery. Yeah, there's absolutely feminine facial hair. What is it? Yeah, the War Scythe based weapon. Isn't that the dual-sided one? God, in general, my sexuality has been not in question, but I've been discovering a lot of things about my sexuality recently, especially in terms of being attracted to masculinity. And it's been very nice. I think I've seen a couple people where I think that their facial hair looks good, but it is not a common opinion for me to like facial hair. A little Dorona, true. It's my Dorona. But I think I have a it's my Dorona voice clip on my computer actively. I also have it as like a soundboard thing in a Discord I'm in. Your dad's my best friend. Definitely more usable than the other two-sided spear thing. Cool. Gonna do a... I want to do... As soon as I saw that they were in the game, I wanted to do a firebomb only playthrough. Or not even firebomb only, but like, you know, consumable only style run by throwing knives and the firebombs and stuff. And Blade and Sorcery. I think it'll be really fun. Arthur Morgan is very much not my type. I don't know, I feel like there's a very particular vibe of masculinity that I'm attracted to. Here I come, San Francisco! I feel like if you know all my man crushes, you know exactly what that vibe is. Mitch McConnell died? Oh my god. Oh. Unfortunately, most of the men that I'm into have short hair. Which is weird, because I almost always prefer longer hair on people. Larry Butts from Ace Attorney. Not my type, but I absolutely get it. Personally. So I assume you're asking, Sasha. That's a really good statement, Ria. Oof. Cool. So far, so good. Don't hit me out of this, please. Thank you. Decent damage. The yellow guy energy. No, not really. Flowery is... I don't know. You gotta play it. You have to experience him in all his glory. I saw Flowery. I'm like, I kind of hate this guy right now, but I'm sure in the future I will have a crush on him, and lo and behold. I didn't want it to be true. I never voiced it, but that was my initial thought upon seeing Flowery, and that's exactly what happened. Precognitive attraction. Yeah. All right. Kind of schmoving through this area at least. The most pathetic washed up guys ever. I feel like Larry definitely fits that definition, right? It's San Francisco. Here I come, San Francisco. Here I come, San Francisco. He kind of does. Isn't it that he's brain dead or something? 1000% pathetic and washed up. I don't know. I saw a TikTok about somebody being brain dead, but I didn't know who it was. And that seems like a good candidate for who that was about. What? You... Come back here. Ring of Blades, +1. Do I even, like, want this, actually? Yeah, there we go. I wonder... I should really get Sunlight Blade before I worry about that, actually. I was gonna say something about leveling to Faith, but... Don't. No. It didn't break. That's surprising. It's gonna break this time, though. No? That's surprising. Ouch. Normally the piece falls when he does the side swing over it. Hello, Overlord Bunny. Welcome. Oof. May have been a tick. How big was the tick? That seems like a really big tick. Oh, I did not consider this scenario. Ow. That's such a rare attack for them to use, the like 4 swings, but... when they do use it, they tend to use it a lot in that playthrough for whatever reason. One of the best weapons in the game. I know it's one of the most loved weapons in Dark Souls 3. I'm not sure that it's one of the best, though. Might be one of the best non-straight swords. I don't know. I guess technically I would be considered a switch, but yeah, I understand primarily preferring to be the sub. Or a weird spider. With a spider with a big ass. For a level 1? And yeah, I guess you can use most weapons in this game as a level 1, huh? With that boosting gear. These are kind of weird spiders. Sure. Normally I level up after Smelter, and having a lot of souls here is kind of making me nervous, but... It's weird. I don't know. On the topic of sexuality in general, like, I'm also a lot of other things that also play into sexuality a lot. Like, I'm Therian, which makes it very difficult to not want to play into, like, the pet archetype, you know? But at the same time, it's like there are some people who I would also want to be on the other side of that. But there's also, like, I'm plural, and a couple, and one of my headmates has a different sexuality from all of us, and actually have a different sexuality from the other two. So, it's just a lot of weird stuff going on in my brain in that way. So I think, personally, my sexuality has been harder to pin down over the years, especially because I was Christian for a while, which was very awful. Yes, Sasha, that is the correct answer. Alright, decent damage. No, don't blow up. Why can he blow up? Ugh. Oh my goodness. This is a very short weapon. I think that's its biggest downside so far. It's a very short weapon. Power stancing at 2 weapons in Dark Souls, true. I wonder if my headmate being bisexual made me more open to being closer to that myself. Yeah, I'm glad I'm not the only one. It's cool knowing people who are of similar... That was the shortest Aldiel launch I've ever seen in my life. It's cool knowing people who are similar in that way. I think lesbian, bisexual, and gay are very community-driven terms in a lot of ways. Like, you know, there's the... It's been more common in discourse recently. Les boys and gay girls. And it's like, yeah, I can absolutely see why you would identify like that and whatever. But things more like omnisexual or that, or like finsexual or whatever, very much feel more like specifically defining who you're attracted to. But yeah, it's absolutely all nebulous. I think you can call yourself whatever you want for the most part. and that's awesome. Just more convenient, yeah. I definitely identify with lesbians more, personally. Which is why I've always considered myself a lesbian, despite, especially more recently, finding more men attractive. But it's not like, I don't know, it's hard to explain. And I don't want to go into it. But, you know, sexuality labels are weird for sure. And they're a lot more nebulous than I used to think they are, for sure. Excuse me. I was not looking at the screen. I would appreciate it if you didn't stand directly in front of me. I was trying to read chat. Some people are so rude nowadays. I would like to get through the crypt today, but we'll see. I think it's calling yourself bisexual instead of or pansexual or omnisexual, or sorry, instead of Jesus Christ. I'm getting my words mixed up. I can talk, I do it for a living. Calling yourself bisexual or pansexual or omnisexual as opposed to the others, kind of just comes down to preference and how you prefer defining yourself. So if you think it's easier to just call yourself one thing, then absolutely, that makes sense. Dogs tend to do that, Rhea. If you're enjoying the stream, you should like it. Smiles. You can't really see when I am and I'm not smiling. I need to add the blush smile thing, so my character is blushing when I smile, instead of the blush always being there. But you should like the stream. The no luck on ghost enemies, yeah, they're annoying. You can also give me money through YouTube. If you don't want to give YouTube money, there's a link in the description to a coffee page or whatever. But the distinction matters to some, yeah. The distinction definitely matters to me personally. Good grammar there, thank you. I do my best. Oh, unless you were talking about yourself. You know, I feel like I get flirted with on stream enough that I should be not as susceptible to being flustered, but I still get flustered very easily. The snark. Patreon has become Palantir. Awesome. I had been considering making a Patreon account for a while because I know a lot more people use it. And I figured that more people would trust it, and I didn't know that, so thank you for telling me. I will not be creating a Patreon account. I'm glad I was recommended coffee by a cool person. Speaking of cool people, the cool person who recommended me coffee, more promotion, I think. It was Nikki, who has a Blue Sky. I believe it's linked in the description. She is super cool, and she drew me my avatar and a couple thumbnails, and I love her art, and you also love her art. You love Nikki's art, and you should go commission her and stuff. Oh yeah, she drew your profile picture, right? He sent me a bunch of stickers. And I need like a water bottle or something to put them on. I don't really have anywhere to put stickers right now, and that makes me sad because I really love the stickers. Okay. Yeah, you're using this weapon in your current run. I think my view on Dark Souls runs in general is very skewed because I tend to beat these games in a day or two. So when you say, and I also have several runs going simultaneously. So when you say your Dark Souls run, it's like, oh yeah, one of the 7 runs you're doing currently that you will finish tomorrow. But most people don't play these games like that, huh? Me too, Sasha. I think Nikki was the first person to draw any fan art of me. It's pinned in the Discord in the art channel. I pin all fan art there. I think it's only 2 or 3 things pinned right now, but it's always so flattering. I always feel so like, oh my god, that's so cool. Thank you. Fan art is, if you wanna fluster me, I think fan art is the way to do it most. No, I'm not like trying. This sounds like I'm trying to encourage people to do fan art. If you want to, that's awesome, and I really, really appreciate it. But also, I know drawing is a lot of effort, and I don't expect it by any means or anything like that. I hope that goes without saying. Stuff is really scratchy. That's cool. I don't know. I like seeing similar characters on a lot of different art styles for what it's worth. Combined 7 to 9 hours during streams. Festus is like 20 hours. I mean, not doing all bosses helps. When I do all bosses, so 7 to 9. Isn't it usually like 5 to 6? I don't know. Anyway, doing all bosses tends to double the length of Dark Souls 2 for me. I guess that's not really true of Dark Souls 1 or 3, but... My employed to get more drawings of me is working. Being grabbed by Osaka. Go to Nikki's Blue Sky. You like full exploring every area? I liked doing that the first couple times, but I don't know. That's not really why I play this game, you know? She kinda did that. You'll see. If you go to her Blue Sky, you'll see it. I don't know if she tagged me in it though. It's been a while. Like picking up things that don't belong to you. Pardon me. I just want the Estus shard over here. I have all 3 bone dust, don't I? Yeah. I should actually use that before I forget again. Come on. Thank you. I might actually stream for a little bit longer today because I forgot I do have something I'm doing tomorrow. I'm going to a concert of my favorite band. Oh, I don't know if concert is the right word. They're playing at a fairly small venue near me, and I am so excited. Playthroughs take 60 hours each because you love walking away from your PC. That's so real. I'm really excited to see it, Sasha. Hello, Lily. Welcome. What band? The Family Crest. Playing in Seattle on Wednesday. Avoiding politics. Yeah, that's very understandable. Especially being mentally ill in a marginalized group. If you want to listen to the Family Crest, my favorite song, personally, is Hearts on Fire. The Years is very, very good. The Headwinds is very, very good. Romeo, Before Your Father Hears Us. They're so good. They're such an underrated band. If you want a full image of the fox, it's pinned in the art channel in my Discord. They're like I don't even know what genre. They're an indie band, but they're like, they kind of do R&B sometimes, but they also do, they've done like blues. I don't know, they do a lot of stuff, but it's all so good. It's all so good. I've been listening to their discography again. And I listened to the first album and their first EP. And I want to listen to the rest of their discography before I go tomorrow, because I think that's fun. What time is it? I need to pay attention. 2:40. Okay. I got time. I might go an extra like half an hour. I might do everything except the DLC. Allowed? Depends on the person. But I'm not gonna say no. Never in the Midwest, yeah. Yeah, I'm very glad, very lucky that I live in a big city, and that my favorite band is fairly unknown relatively. It sucks because their music is awesome and I want to talk about them more, but it's also really cool because it's like $20 tickets. This guy's resistant to lightning technically. Actually, I think he's technically neutral to lightning because of the water status, whatever. I'm not sure if this is a good moveset for this fight. I guess it's better than a huge sweeping moveset. Not as good as like a thrusting moveset though. I'm very excited. They're gonna be there with a band that I've never heard of called Bender the Giant. Bendre the Giant. I listened to a little bit of one of their songs and it sounded really good. The lyrics were I thought I misheard the lyrics or that it was like a joke recording, but I'm pretty sure it's the actual lyrics. Yeah, the family crest. Highly, highly recommend Hearts on Fire and The Years first. Those are two of my favorite songs of theirs. All of their music is great, though. A Wool Beneath the Brine. They're just they're all so good. I don't usually like concerts, but I went to the Sonic Symphony a couple years ago, which was super, super fun. And the Family Crest, again, they're going to be at a smaller venue, and they're my favorite band of all time. So I'm super excited. My partner and I are both like in the top 0.1% of listeners on YouTube Music for them. You're playing a concert? That's awesome. I hope it goes super well. Do you know the turnout? I guess I shouldn't try to pry, but hope it's a good turnout. Should I level Faith or Vigor at this point? I'm about to get Sunlight Blade, so probably Faith. I don't need health. It's a small gay bar concert. That's awesome. Not that it's a small turnout, sorry. It's awesome that you're doing that. I hope you have a good time. Looking Glass Knight is one of your favorite bosses? It's a good boss for sure. I think has an interesting gimmick. I don't think it's a super interesting fight. No. I don't think that it is an interesting fight to do, you know, dozens and dozens of times like I have. But absolutely, for the first couple of playthroughs, it's one of the best bosses in the game. I read yip. And my brain said to do it, so... If you want to get me to tick, you just gotta talk about my tick. Want to open for the Milfinito? I think at this point I am neutral but overall positive on yipping. Oh my god. They're staggering their attacks in the worst way possible. Okay. Everything's fine. You know, for how terrible I was playing at the beginning of the stream, I think I've been doing fairly well for the last little bit. I probably would not like Elite Dangerous, that is probably true. From the very little that I think I might remember about the game, it doesn't seem like my kind of game. Because they get Great Hammer Poise damage, true. They are one of the most difficult enemies in the game to deal with in groups, for sure. Oh, I should have actually upgraded my Estus. Oh well. Space Trucker Simulator. I had a couple of friends who used to play American Trucking Simulator all the time. It's a very silly game. Ouch. There are like 3 or 4 different Estus shards that I can grab right now. I'll probably do that between streams. Euro Truck Sim? Hopefully I can not fall to my death while trying to get Sunlight Blade. We'll see. I don't have super high confidence in myself. Player-oriented goals, yeah. Maybe not something that I would enjoy. I feel like I should play Mist, and that would make me enjoy Outer Wilds more. I need to play Mist. I've wanted to play Mist for years, and I've just never gotten around to it. PS2 is awful. You can't even fly a spaceship. Incredible. From what I know, American Truck Simulator has like real towns, but they're not, you know, perfectly laid out. In the sense that they're shrunk to be more conducive to gaming. Says Rhea with her however many thousands of hours in Space Engineers. Okay, I believe I go to the left here. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of the Sky for the controller. Is that the DS one? I want to play the Mystery Dungeon games, and I just haven't done it yet. I played one of the DS ones. No, it was one of the Game Boy. I don't know. One of the either DS or Game Boy ones at one point, before my parents thought that Pokemon was evil and stole it. But I remember liking it, and I tried playing the remake one a little bit ago and didn't like it at all for whatever reason. I feel like if I played the original, I'd be more in the vibe, you know? Okay, I need to not fall off here. I think the vibe of the remake kind of threw me off was the issue. Go around here. I should be good. Red and blue were Game Boy and DS. It might have been Explorers of I don't know, the Sky one. 9,220 hours. That's such an insane amount of time. I don't know, I guess I have a few, like 4,000 hours in the Dark Souls series as a whole. Facebook bombs. Yeah, true. Pokemon is the devil. The 3D isn't as expressive, yeah. I remember being sad that Pikachu you can only get Pikachu if you chose female at the beginning of the game. And then I played as Pikachu anyway. I used to really like Pikachu. Not so much anymore. Or no, it was I was in like a school field trip, like for one of the talented and gifted groups or whatever, right? And I brought my DS for like the ride there. And I was playing the opening of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, doing the quiz to see what Pokemon you are or whatever. And one of my friends, who was a girl, took the quiz and got Pikachu. What good is a Dragonslayer, Crescent X, and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky? Probably pretty good. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. I'm very autistic for specifically shiny hunting in Pokemon. I've put so much time into shiny hunting. Pikachu versus Crescent X. They're both lightning. I think Pikachu has a chance. At least a small one. That poor Kecleon. Do I have attunement slots right now? No. Okay, I'm gonna respec real quick. I think shiny hunting is extremely relaxing and also exhilarating at the same time. I don't know. I really love shiny hunting. I'll just like put on an audiobook and start shiny hunting in like Scarlet Violet or shiny hunt while watching a show or something. It's so nice. Or 20, 12, and there, and then rest into strength. Oh, actually, if I'm gonna infuse at this point, I think I want to start going vigor for safety. Did YouTube let you call me a silly queer? That's awesome. That's so based of YouTube, actually. The first good thing it's ever done. Oops, man. That's a really good message. Oops. Okay, let's see. There we go. 519. And then that's gonna also get an extra buff for Sunlight Blade, which I should attune now before I forget. And I should go back to Majula right now, and I should burn my Sublime Bone Dust before I forget again. Shiny hunting is a good stem toy? True. Also true, S. I agree. No, no, sit down. Burn. Sublime Bone Dust. There we go. I'm not even... I don't care for Pokemon battles. I like the Pokemon as, like, creatures. And that's why I like shiny hunting and pretty much nothing else regarding Pokemon. I have a full odds shiny Bulbasaur in Leaf Green, and that is one of my proudest hunts. I also have a full odds shiny Cinderace. No, not Cinderace. God, Cinderace is such an... You can't even... You need to do egg hunting for Cinderace, don't you? Anyway, oh my god. It's Gen 2. Gen 2 starter. Fire starter. That one. I have a shiny full odds that one. Which... That Pokemon was also the first one that I got when I played Mystery Dungeon for the first time. Cyndaquil, yeah, thank you. I like Cyndaquil a lot. Cyndaquil is my favorite Gen 2 starter. I like the grass star. Why can't I remember their names? I'm losing it. I like the grass one. Legends Arceus. I don't like Legends Arceus, unfortunately. It's too tedious for me. Because I'm like, I want to do all the catching goals in the decks, but it's just so tedious. Did I get sick? I don't think so. I just have ADHD, and my brain has decided that that's not important information right now. Chikorita. Yeah, Chikorita. I like Chikorita a lot. And Meganium, you know, obviously for the gays, but... Cyndaquil. I just really like Cyndaquil. I feel like my favorite starter choices are kind of boring. I guess all starters are kind of boring choices, to be honest. Which sucks, because two of my 6 favorite Pokemon are starters. 3 of my 6 favorite Pokemon are starters. Oops. Because there's Bulbasaur, Alolan Vulpix, Flareon. I think Flareon is also a boring choice, which makes me sad. Cinderace, Primarina, and Gardevoir. I feel like all of those are boring choices. I feel like I'm a boring Pokemon fan. My favorite Pokemon, full stop, is Primarina. I love Primarina. Especially shiny Primarina. I love her. I think the idea with the turn-based battles is it's supposed to simulate non-turn-based battles because, I don't know, the way they... I don't know. It's definitely not actually turn-based. It's just like that's kind of all they could do on the Game Boy, and then they stuck with it. I love Primarina. Red and blue Golbat. Good choice. Another... What was it? Oh yeah, Flareon being one of my favorites sucks because she is so bad in combat. She has so few good attacking moves. She has nothing, no buffs or anything, no sword dance, no, like nothing. So unless you're using Baton Pass on a Pokemon that can, you know, do sword dance for them, or like Belly Drum or something, she is, but a really funny build, right? You Belly Drum, Baton Pass into Flareon. You have Substitute, you have Protect, and you have Temper Flare. And you use Substitute, Protect twice in a row, and then Temper Flare. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but it's so funny. Or is it Substitute twice in a row? You Protect, Substitute twice in a row. I don't know. I don't remember. I said Protect and Substitute because I remember that you can make both of them fail, which buffs Temper Flare. Voltec and Galvantula, but also Grass and Bug types generally. Yeah, that's fair. I think Grass has a lot of good has a lot of good Pokemon, for sure. Bug would have a lot of good Pokemon if I wasn't horrified of bugs in general. Oops. Okay, well. We talk about a lot of different things here. Yeah, I love Bulbasaur. Easily obviously the best starter in Gen 1, but also just one of my favorite Pokemon in terms of cuteness. I also forget to take my shoes off. Not infrequently. Used to be Vaporeon? I think Vaporeon is still a good Pokemon. Random people on the internet will probably judge you for it, but like, who cares? There are a lot of bug types that I want to like, but just don't. Vikavolt is one of them. Leafeon is bad and competitive. I don't know. Glaceon would be one of my favorites if Glaceon wasn't an ice type. I don't like ice types. Except for Citadel. Citadel is the one exception. There are a lot of ice types that I just do not like. Citadel is very cute. Big fan of it. Ooh. Glaceon was one of the worst shiny hunts I ever did in Scarlet and Violet. It was awful. I highly recommend never ever doing that. Scolipede is weirdly hot. Ah, interesting. Nice type Fossil. I think I remember, but I'm not sure. Aurorus? I don't remember, unfortunately. I'm not a fan of ice types. I wish I was. But like, the bear with snot kind of ruined them for me, among others. Is Feel an ice type? I like Feel. The Galar fossils. Isn't that the point though? Well, Steel Dark. So is Pursuer. Pursuer is also Steel Dark. I think Vendrick is pure Dark, to be honest. Has anyone done a if every Dark Souls boss had a Pokemon type? Because if not, I should make that video. Frostlass? I do also like Frostlass. For me, I think it's like I don't dislike ice types as a rule, but a Pokemon being an ice type definitely makes me like it less, for sure. Kill Ghost. I see it. I think I still like Dark more, but yeah, but like, is there like a listicle video, you know? Again, it's like, I don't dislike ice types as a rule, but a Pokemon being ice type can make me dislike it a lot more. Alolan Vulpix, I don't like Alolan Ninetales, which makes me so sad. All he has Grass Fire like Scavillain? True. I think I would struggle with some of them. Like, where do you go with like the Last Giant, you know? Fire Dark or Fire Steel? I think Fire Steel. I think Blue Smelter would be Dark Steel. Vendrick is normal monotype. I think pre-hollowing Vendrick would be monotype normal, but the boss would be dark, monotype dark. Last Giant probably normal. I feel like normal is kind of a cop-out. Rock. I like Rock a lot for Last Giant. That's good. Regigigas. Un. I'm glad I can be relaxing. Or, I guess we can be relaxing. I think normal Rock is good. Yeah. Cunty Regirock with a handbag. Ugh. The Regis sure are Pokemon. Regidrago. Such a Pokemon design. Or Minecraft base? You should build Aldia's Manor for a starter base. You just slash, but with a guy. Kind of underwhelming for being a lightning weapon on a dragon. It's not bad for sure, but it's a little bit underwhelming. What can I say? I like ideas. Is Guardian Dragon not weak to lightning? The Hanging Gardens of Babylon? That's a really good one. God, the Hanging Gardens, or Hanging Gardens as a concept in, like, fantasy is so cool to me. One of my favorite songs I've ever made is called, or it's uploaded on my music channel as We'll Meet Again in the Garden. And I made that for a CarQuest mod. And the level in the CarQuest mod is Hanging Gardens, done in a way that I haven't seen before. And it is one of my favorite things I've ever made. It's so nice. I played through that CarQuest mod on my second channel on Rukatu, if you want to... I didn't... whatever, I don't care. If you want to see the mod and not play CarQuest, but... I'm trying to make a new album. And I want to upload it all at once, but I'm really struggling to make music right now. I don't know. I have one song that I like that I made kind of recently, and then the rest are just but I'm glad people like my music. It's really fun to make. If you want to go to my music channel, if you go to my channel by just click on the profile picture or whatever, and then you go to the top of the channel page. There's the more, and there should be a link to my music channel there, along with the Discord server and my second channel and everything. I also have an email address, but I don't check it as often as I should. Making music is very fun. Okay, level, yeah, true. Hello. Please don't attack me yet. Okay, well, that works. God, I want to make video games so bad, but I'm so bad at level design and menu design and story and everything. I just want to like have somewhere to use my music, and most of my music is very much inspired, if not straight up just video game music. Okay, come here, please. Oh. No! God damn it. I was too slow. Never mind. I'm so good at this game. That went shockingly well. Yeah, I know. It makes me really happy that you that you use my music. I guess, yeah, I could reach out to people, but the way I make music is very inconsistent. I feel like it would be hard to work with someone to make music for a specific project that isn't mine, but I don't know. I guess I haven't really tried it yet, so. All right. If you want to listen to my music, there is a link. If you go to my channel, at the top of the homepage of my channel, there should be a more button, and under more, there should be a link to my second channel, my Discord, my second channel, and my music channel. You can also just search up a Ruby Magnolia May on YouTube. 20 bloodstains around him. Awesome. Yeah, he's rough. He's probably the hardest enemy in that area. Okay. Health, because I'm a coward. And now we do giant lord. I should upgrade my Estus flask before I forget again. And then we do the other two bosses. Is it on Bandcamp? No. It's on itch if you want to buy it and download it, but it's on YouTube and itch. And I have it on itch because it's like video game music kind of thing. I guess I could look into posting on Bandcamp, but I have no idea how that works. That's not where I want to go. I'm very silly. But honestly, if you want to support anything that I make, coffee is by far the best way to do it. Oh my goodness, I don't know how Bandcamp works or what it's for specifically or anything. Very easy, very good. Jesus. Okay, I am very distracted. I'll look into it for sure. Hasn't steered you wrong. Good to know. I saw a TikTok. Speaking of, I saw a TikTok of there were two guys sitting on a couch watching a movie, and one of them was like, "Can you pause it? I gotta go pee." And the other guy's like, "Yeah, sure." And the first guy is like, "Okay, thanks." He stands up. Holy, you can see everything. Not like, I mean, he's wearing pants, but like, it just happens. Like, isn't this a king thing? What? This is just on TikTok? What the hell? So that was a very interesting TikTok to see this morning. Not my thing, but I'm sure someone's seeing that and really liking it. If I can find it again, I'll put it on. I'll post it to my Discord if someone reminds me. It's crazy. There's some guy pissing himself right there. He's maliciously through. The greatest threat. I don't know why I two-handed. I was just like purely out of muscle memory. I'm kind of surprised that hit me actually. Pause the memory of Jay. Unfortunately, I cannot pause, but for fun and profit, that's awesome. But unfortunately, no. we're gonna be done in like, I don't know, probably 10 minutes, depending on how long Throne Watcher. I think you can hold out till then. I mean, like, he doesn't take his pants off or anything, but like, you can see it all just happen. Okay. Gonna use the souls. Gonna level up. Go fight Throne Watcher and Defender. Hopefully I can do it first try. I do that. That's just how I stream. Kinda hungry. Your dad's my best friend. Girona. It's my Girona. You get up to be like a coward. I don't have... I am very limited on the number of clothes that I have. A gallon of sweet tea. That's a lot of sweet tea. I don't... That would either be so much sugar that it would kill me, or I wouldn't enjoy the tea. I'm not a tea drinker, unfortunately. Not really my thing. Between streams, I am going to grab the fashion that I initially thought of. Hopefully people will like it tomorrow. Make sure you join tomorrow to see my super cool fashion. It looks really good and better than what I'm wearing. I wish I liked tea. There was some tea that I found enjoyable, but for the most part, I don't know. There's like that underlying tea flavor that almost every tea has. Yes, Cinder, I agree. I don't know. Any tea I've had from a tea bag has just been kind of like that wet dog taste. There have been so many people that I've told that, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" And I just don't know how to explain it otherwise. Don't worry, that's what the VOD is for. Here I go. They happen simultaneously, yeah. That's in this scenario, I think they're simultaneous anyway. Come back here. It's crazy how the Watcher is actually being aggressive right now. Usually she's not very aggressive at all. There we go. One down. Lots of damage here. I should heal for safety. The VOD isn't the same, that is true. God damn it. So close. He is going for the backflips, wow. Okay. There we go. I'm gonna bone so I can refresh my Sunlight Blade. Big damage weapon might be good. Yeah, true. I think... is there anything after this point, or in the DLC, that resists lightning, like, at all? Because off the top of my head, I can't think of anything. No, I don't know. I think for anything that resists lightning, it's probably not great, but for anything weak to lightning, it's pretty good. That's like the Death Note if it was awesome. You should like the stream, by the way. Saying it one more time before we get to the end. Another algorithm stuff or whatever. Often ends in a stream. True. Honestly, you gotta lean into it. I didn't rest. I don't care. I don't care. It's fine. It's Nashandra. I don't care. You gotta lean into it. Here we go. Once you abandon the cringe, life gets a lot better. Oh. Up. Okay, so in my brain, I'm like, yes, this will be a sweeping laser, but it wasn't. Dominance urges. Good. That's a good thing. I can't believe I just died in a Chandra. This is I had to have one more embarrassing death. Wait, relationship. Abandon all illusions of cringe. True. Don't kill the part of yourself that is cringe. Kill the part of you that cringes. Nashi? I don't think I've ever heard anyone refer to Nashandra as Nashi. Anyway, Dark Souls. Am I right, guys? I swear to God, these are not intentional. Jesus. Ratty, that's a good name. How about that Dark Souls, huh? What's the deal? Dark Souls. It wasn't on purpose, it's a tick. Leave me alone. Maybe the hardest I've blushed on stream, but you can't see it. So, okay. That is true, that does happen. Rhea is correct. And then that... okay. Occasionally, I'll be talking to someone I have a crush on, for instance. And I will tick. And Then they will say, somebody's excited, which will get me more flustered. It's a vicious cycle. Self-feeding yip cycle, yeah. Okay, thoughts on the weapon so far? It's a lot better than I expected, because I heard a lot of negative things about it, just in terms of, like, damage in general, how it's just kind of worse than some other axes, but the moveset being faster than other axes is also really nice. And I'm excited to see how it does in the DLC. I think it'll be really good in Shulva. I think it'll be middling in the other two. That's what I expect, but we'll see. God damn it. We'll see how it does against Sin tomorrow. Hopefully well. I am fighting for my life. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all. I don't know how to end this.